Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Melissa Deely here with my good friend Deb Drummond. And Deb and I want to share with you this amazing event that Deb is holding celebrating women. So, Deb, I would love you to share more about this opportunity for
Oh
all
my,
women.
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm so excited.
No worries.
It's fantastic. Well, because we've started the countdown to the inaugural, pre-summit launch. So it is actually the largest and boldest authorship and speakership ever been done for International Women's Day. And it doesn't hurt that we've got two Mother's Days in there as well, right? So it's an incredible, which obviously, I'm not doing this with Melissa, obviously. It is a book of gumption. It's like this full cover spread of women sharing what personally matters and what matters for their project, their business, or their passion, or their philanthropy. And it's a tell all. So it's telling women how they did it and why they did it. So it's inspiring in so many ways. And then we couldn't do a book without speaking, right? Because it's all called Stand Up, Speak Up, and Show Up. So that wouldn't work. So starting March 7th is the inaugural summit of 13 women going for it, hitting the stage, sharing, free to the world, right? Free to the world. So men, women can join this event and listen to 13 speakers every day just talk about what they do, how they do it, why they do it, how they got through it, all the good stuff. All the good stuff that makes someone feel like they've gone to a retreat in Bali. It's like that fills you up. And I'm so glad that you're part of it because you're quite unique. I mean, we all know that, but you're unique and you bring some pretty interesting skills to the table. I'm a big fan of health and wellness, of course, but when you were saying that you did hypnotherapy, there is no one that has participated in the book yet so far or speaking the stage about hypnotherapy. And as someone who's experienced it on this side but doesn't teach it, I was super interested in that you were doing that. So I don't know. I'm going to share about the book, and you guys can all reach me. And if you want to be part of this big, if you want an invitation, if you want to be in the book, if you want to speak, if you're someone who likes to speak and talk about, particularly about your business, your passion, reach out. But while we're here, why don't you share with people what you're doing? Because that I can't speak to.
Well, I'd love to. And I just do want to encourage women that every single one of us has a story. And you might think nobody wants to hear your story. But the reality is that there is someone out there who will absolutely be inspired by you sharing your story, and participating in an opportunity like this is such a powerful way to get your story out. So reach out to Deb. If you don't know how to reach out to Deb, reach out to me and I can connect you with Deb, because we would love to have you as part of this program. And yes, hypnotherapy is such a wonderful healing modality with literally no negative side effects. And what I love about it is that we are tapping into our unconscious mind. And we usually just take that for granted. It keeps our heart beating, and it keeps our digestive system working, and it keeps us breathing all day long. And we don't give it a moment's thought because it's unconscious. But there's so much more that we can do when we actually choose to tap into the power of our unconscious mind, which accesses 90% of what our mind can access, whereas our conscious mind only accesses 10%. And when we're in the state of trance with hypnotherapy, we're accessing all 100% all at once. Now, how amazing would that be if you could access your entire brain all at once? You're getting 10,000 times the focus, 50,000 times the accountability in achieving the results you want. And it's not just used for health. This can be used for achieving results in your business, in life, and hypnotizing yourself into joy and passion and out of anxiety or out of negative thoughts and feelings, etc. So I love teaching self-hypnosis because it empowers people to have the tools to do this for themselves any time of day that they want to. And so, yes, now I'm teaching one-day masterclasses to share this, because when I found it and realized this is so powerful, I just want to share it with anybody else that wants to have the tools to work with their unconscious mind, because they're not taught in school, right? We just learn the tools to work with our conscious mind in school, but there's so much more we can access. So that's why I love sharing hypnotherapy.
Well, it's cool because when you talk about self, the picture for people that don't know anything about hypnotherapy, they're like, I'm going to hypnotize myself, right? Like, I'm going to make myself, like, how am I going to do that? So I think it's really interesting because most people, think that you have to go for a session or go for a treatment, or that they see hypnotherapy on stage and people, people are kind of not in their conscious mind for sure, right? They're, buying plastic flowers or whatever. So people kind of have a whole different idea around it. But when you put it that way, that 90% of your brain is subconscious, and that you have the ability to, whether the words override or download or shift or what have you, that's a pretty cool state. I mean, we know the masters in, productivity. I study top performance. So, Robbins and all those guys, they just talk about changing your state, right? So what a great way to change your state in a very positive manner. At the same time, relaxing. So you're taking that off. So you're relaxing, you're doing personal development. We always say read 10 pages of a good book a day. So that would count for that day, you're doing something good for yourself, learning more. I think it's awesome. I don't know anyone else that's teaching self-hypnosis. So that was cool.
Yeah. And for people, just a couple tips, 15 minutes of hypnotherapy equals 1 hour of sleep. So how many people are exhausted out there? Because it's so relaxing, it can actually really re-energize you. You can't survive on that because you're not getting the REM sleep when you're in that state of trance. But here's another tip. You already know how to go into trance. In fact, you're in trance about 90% of your day. If you've ever driven somewhere and got to point B and gone, I don't remember the last 10 minutes of my drive or more, you were driving in trance, right? You go into a room and you really can't remember what you came into the room for. We all write it off as memory. It's not just memory. You're in trance, right? So with hypnotherapy, all we're doing is using that state of trance that your brain already knows how to go into to give it the suggestions for the outcomes that you want. And that is where the transformation happens. And that's where it's so powerful.
Wow. Well, I'm looking forward to the class. This is the thing, with you guys, when you come and hear women speak or look in the book and connect with them, because these are women that are all open to connecting, all open to being connected with. And then you dig in a little bit and then you get to find out cool stuff like this. I mean, honestly, don't I have the best job ever? I get to meet people like Melissa every day. So I'm looking forward to your class, and I'm looking forward to March 7th, where we all get to kick off together. That's going to be a pretty powerful day.
So yeah, thanks for joining me. It will be an amazing day. And if anybody wants to connect with Deb and you're not sure how, reach out to me. I will be very happy to connect you.
All right. Hey, honey, have a good day.
You too. Bye.